Hi everyone, I'm Karen Atiles and this is Jesus Atiles. We're from Lifelong Development and we are one half of the dynamic team for Live2Lead NC. This November is going to mark our fourth year hosting Live2Lead in Cary and Raleigh, North Carolina. And we are so looking forward to having you at our event. But we're really excited to share just a little bit about our journey with you as it relates to Live2Lead. And hopefully we can answer some of your questions that you've got as it relates to Live2Lead. So
I think that's one of the biggest things that people ask. What is Live2Lead?
Well, Live2Lead, you go to all these different kinds of conferences, right? And so Live2Lead is a conference where we have live simulcast speakers that really bring value to you personally, professionally, and whatever you're trying to get after growth-wise. And so we bring a lot of business leaders, executives, rising leaders within the organization, or people that just really genuinely have a growth-minded outlook on life.
I think I've always been like one of those leadership nerds that has like had those books, the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People and all that, but I've never been in a room where everybody's going after the same thing. I always felt like I was alone studying leadership.
I know one of the other questions that you always bring up and we always talk about is some people say, well, is it the same thing every year?
Yeah, that does come up a lot. So every year we've been bringing up new people. So not only I think when we first kicked it off, it was completely simulcast speakers, right? It was just the speakers that were vetted by John Maxwell, and it was great leaderships like Simon Sinek and people like that. Steve Harvey was one of those speakers. But then we got some feedback and they said, can we have a live speaker? And I think that's when you broke out, right?
Yes.
And then last year we started bringing in other people. We partnered up with Jeremy Stevens and Michelle, and really then provided almost half and half of the leadership experience, right?
Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely been a growth for us in growing Live2Lead out each year. Again, this is our 4th year that we're coming into, and like you said, the beginning, it was all about having those simulcast speakers and they would have their topics. And then each year after that, those simulcast speakers, John is always on the docket as a simulcast speaker, but every year he brings something new to the stage. And he brings some kind of new leadership principles for his audience. And so we bring that in Live2Lead. And then myself and Jeremy, we spoke last year, but this year's topics are totally different. This year I'm speaking about generational diversity, and he's talking about having those intentional one-to-one meetings with your people.
And we were bringing up another speaker, right?
So we have another speaker, Kelly Bradley, who's, hey, you don't know about AI? She's going to bring all that information to you. She's a great speaker. She's an AI trainer, and so she's going to be taking the stage with us.
So what's been one of your favorite moments about Live2Lead, since this is like your 4th time?
Well, I think each year I've had favorite moments or memories, and those favorite memories come from the attendees. Yes, there are some outstanding speakers, and I'll never forget the energy in the room, or just across the during COVID, it was across the Zoom thing, but in the room there was some speakers that were just knock it out of the park. You talked about Steve Harvey, Simon Sinek, but Caroline Leaf was one of my favorites. I'm very much into science and how the body works and the mind works and stuff. But then there was Tim Elmore, who talked about generational diversity that I really am all about. And the energy around those people. Ryan Leak, right? I mean,
man, he brought that house down.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
I mean, Ed Milet. Like, there's been some just people on the simulcast speaker wise that just transform the energy in the room, and then the roundtable discussions that come out from after those speakers. It's just,
I forgot about that. I forgot about the roundtable discussions. I think that's what really brings things home. I mean, what I remember the most is you saying, hey, I'm putting on a leadership conference and I need you to run the AV. And I was like, okay. And then you gave me like all these videos and we were trying to get everything ready. And I think I remember staying up till like 2 a.m. trying to get everything ready. And then I was watching it, but I was like, I wasn't really watching. I was just watching the videos. And then the day of the event, when you were hosting and the speakers started going, it was like, I kind of like lost myself a couple of times with those messages where I thought it was just another conference, but it wasn't. Like the messages that they were delivering were impactful.
I'll tell you another favorite memories or special times during these last few events have been just hearing the attendees. There's been crying, there's been laughter, there's been true connections made at these events, and it comes through, just those roundtable discussions. And after the events, I'm just connecting with those individuals, and they tell me, they cry and they say how much they needed that in their life at that moment, and how they need more of this kind of event in their life on a more frequent routine. And so we are trying to push this out every year, and we do private events and stuff around Live2Lead. So it's not just the 2 times a year that we do the public events, but we'll do private events for companies as well, and we have over the past 3 years. So it's been a phenomenal ride, and seeing how many people it's impacted, those are my favorite memories and stuff. So.
Every year we want to bring more value, right, to the community with Live2Lead. So what's something new or special that people aren't going to be expecting? Even if they attended last year, what's something new for this year that they have no idea?
So in addition to what you already know is Live2Lead, this year we've got John Maxwell, we've got Shantae Lowe, who's a 4-time Olympian, myself, Jeremy, and Kelly as the live speakers. In addition, and Kylie and Audrey Atiles, which I'll be talking about in just a second. We also have a panel discussion that is new for this year. So the panel discussion the topic is leading with heart to make change. And so over the past 3 years, we've been assessing the community, looking for people that embody the essence of leading with heart. And there is a lot of great leaders in our community, but we were looking for ones that people we can bring to the stage and say, this is an example of someone that's leading with heart in our community to make positive change for the overall community. And so we've got 3 panelists. We've got Mayor TJ Cawley. He's the mayor of Morrisville, and he definitely embodies the ethos of leading with heart to make change. We've got Shirnetta Harrell, who is the founder and CEO of No Woman, No Girl Initiative, which is a great nonprofit. And then we've got one other, I can't release the name yet, it's not confirmed, but we've got another one that definitely is in that same tier of leading with heart. So that's the special, or the new thing that we're bringing to Live2Lead. And the special thing, I just brought it up a minute ago, the special thing that's coming to this Live2Lead is our daughters are going to be speaking. They just started speaking on their generation. They are Gen Zs. And I'll be talking about bridging the gap with generations, right? And so on the tail end of my presentation, Kylie and Audrey are going to be coming up, and they're going to be doing a presentation on how to connect with Gen Zs and what they've gone through, how COVID has impacted them, and how you can really connect them. They're also business owners. They run AKA Cakes and Entertainment with our photo booth rentals. And so they're going to be talking about how at their age they want to be able to connect with other Gen Zers and other generations as a business owner. That's something very special that we're personally very excited about for this Live2Lead. So.
And we're like jam-packing all this stuff into this one day, and we haven't compromised the roundtable discussions to feed your mind. And I also love the fact that we haven't compromised the buffet at the Prestonwood Country Club. So
if you haven't had the Prestonwood Country Club buffet with the Prestonwood pie, then you're missing out, and you need to come not just for that, but for that too.
Well, it feeds the mind, body, and soul, right? So we're hitting it all. So you should be content when you walk out. So do you have any final words of encouragement for this year's Live to Lead?
Well, I would say, just if you've never been to Live to Lead, try it this year. I guarantee, and if you can tell me afterwards if you don't like it, we'll refund your money. But listen, if you come to Live to Lead, I guarantee that you're going to walk away with some gold nuggets from all the speakers and the panelists, as well as the roundtable discussions. You're going to get so much value personally and professionally just by being around other people that have like-minded in the growth realm, who want to grow and add value to others. When you take in positive from other people, you have so much more to give, but you got to do it for yourself. So let this be the one thing this year that you do for yourself to add value to you, to re-motivate you, to inspire you. Let us pour into you so that you can go out and add value to others.
If you want to find out more about Live to Lead and when it is, it's going to be on the 15th of November, starting at 9 o'clock. And we'll leave some comments in the bottom. Look at the description. We'll have a link to the website for you to register right now. I think we have early bird special. It's a 10% discount.
Until the 1st of October.
Until the 1st of October. And again, the event starts on the 15th of November, so we can't wait. We're excited.
Thanks so much for listening in to our interview today. We hope that it added value to you and a better understanding of what Live to Lead's all about. Keep focusing on what we've got coming up and get your tickets soon. We look forward to seeing you on the 15th of November. Thanks.